Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network. We are back with Billy G Life Coaching, the man of the hour, the man with the power, Mr. Billy Giannouloudis. Welcome back today. How are you?
Doing good. Phenomenal intro. I appreciate being back.
Off the cuff, baby. Off the cuff.
The
Please
best.
introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about what you do. And there's so many listeners out there who can really benefit from you and your services, and hoping that we make a change and a difference in someone's life out there today, just with our conversation, which is really what it comes down to, because, you know, that's what's going to happen. He's here making changes in so many people's lives in so many positive ways, and you'll feel his energy. I'll let you talk. Go ahead. I'll shut up.
Perfect. No, that's everything I could wrap up right there. What's going on, guys? I'm Billy Giannouloudis. I'm a life coach and a motivational speaker out of Massachusetts, but we're helping people around the world right now truly create that life change and take steps into becoming who they're meant to be. And we focus on the mind, the body, and the soul aspect, but helping people, as Jill just said in these one little conversations, you might grab something that might help you today, tomorrow, on to the next day. So I'm happy to be here.
Perfect. Well, thank you for being here and for joining us. And tell us the website.
Yep. So guys, you can find me at billyglifecoaching.com. See all the information on there. We're constantly pumping new information on there to help you spark yourself, whatever it is. You can find me on YouTube once a week with Billy G, and then Instagram at Billy Giannouloudis, and find whatever you need.
All right. So got to know, what was this weekend's topic on the podcast? I missed it.
Yeah. No, so this last one, I loved it. It fell right on Easter Sunday. So we did a little bit of an Easter Sunday special, and we brought in, like, I'm a spiritual guy, I'm a faithful guy. We brought in some scripture with it, but at the same time, we focused on one specific aspect where we all know the meaning of the holiday, which is not an Easter bunny. It is about a man, right? It's about a man who was raised up and then a man who rose up. Exactly, right? So the deeper I dove into reading those scriptures and diving in and trying to find the hidden meanings, as scripture always fills us with, you start to see that when he is raised up and then rose up, it's a message to us to help us elevate our minds, our souls, and everything to live at a higher level. And when Jesus walked the earth and everything like that, he was preaching these messages to help people truly walk and speak at a higher level, to help them step into who they're meant to be, right? And so this past Sunday's message, we captured that in an 8-minute video to help someone grab it and run with it, to truly help them elevate, rise up as the holiday holds, and take those steps for themselves.
Beautifully said. Well, thank you so much. And for being here. We do have a great session again, as always. And I know we're going to talk about bringing things back back to ourself in a sense, and taking it back to the self. What does that mean specifically? Because I'm not saying it the right way.
No, that's exactly it. Bring it back to
Bring it back.
Right? I like to I capitalize the S on that self when they say yourself, because there's so many aspects to who we are as individuals, to everything we're trying to accomplish. And it falls in line with that aspect, the self. But when we dive deeper into it, I find that it all stems on confidence and self-esteem. Yeah. So that's why I want to bring confidence and bring it back to yourself as today's message, because in everything that we do, as a coach, but as someone who's listening to this right now, who might not be a coach, or someone that's taking a step from whatever business they have, confidence will always be a foundational factor that if we grow it, if we help you see how you can grow yourself, it's a game changer. It is the game changer with everything that we do.
Yeah. Well, bringing it back to yourself. Then people think, so is it more about also acknowledging ourselves, loving ourselves, self-love, self-care, all those self words, right? But not being selfish.
Right. Exactly. And it's 100% it, where you're not being selfish. You're not taking mine. But the deeper you go into who you truly are, you find that it's give. Yeah. At our core is that self-love. As much as you show yourself self-care and you show yourself self-love, the deeper you go into that, you realize that it's not about you. It's about everything you bring to the table for everyone else. And in coaching, you find that confidence truly is that number one factor that you find people looking to grow. And confidence is the number one factor that we're all trying to grow in any single area. So if we bring it back to the self, if you imply self-improvement, self-love, you are instilling in yourself steps to take to grow every area into a whole new level for yourself.
A whole new level, a whole new world. We went over that last time, yes. And we gotta also be confident in yourself. Not everybody is, it's like
True.
we're all a little intimidated by things in general, and not everyone has that super duper confidence. How do you work on that and build up that self-esteem? Clearly, you as a coach, you got great self-confidence and self-worth. Were you always this way, or did you have to work on your own self as well to become so confident?
I feel with me specifically, I definitely had confidence, but I was definitely that shy kid. It's like
Hmm.
I was never the prom king or anything like that. I was the person who was friends with everyone because I had the confidence to be able to talk to everyone.
Yeah.
But when we're all trying to grow that confidence with whatever it is, everyone grows it differently. But when you take a step back and realize what you're going through, and someone listening to this right now, I've had clients come to me where they're struggling with anxiety, or I've had clients come to me where they're trying to start their own business. They have this dream, this goal, they just don't know the steps to take. When
Hmm.
you break down any need area that someone's trying to improve, you find that it's guiding you into who you're meant to be.
Yeah.
So, someone listening to this right now saying, I'm struggling with anxiety, I believe, after working in the mental health field for so long, every single struggle that we have, whether it's anxiety, depression, anger, everything under the sun, is telling you there's a lack in confidence. There's a lack in self esteem. And if you improve the self esteem to where you are secure in yourself, no longer insecure, you start to walk with a different peace throughout your days. And that peace is the self love that we just mentioned. That peace is what helps you stay confident and be like, you know what, I can do this today, or I can start that business, or I can go talk to that person in the gym, or talk to that person at the desk, or whatever it may be. But confidence will always stem from the need area,
Yeah.
right? Exactly. Yeah.
All right. And then let me ask you this. Are there some things we could do, positive reinforcement? I remember I was told by one of the counselors that I used to see, a guidance counselor in school, my parents had, really bad fighting issues. And so that affected us. And I remember she would say, look in the mirror, tell yourself you're worth it. Tell yourself you're beautiful. Tell yourself you got this. So now, believe it or not, I do it to my children. My children are 5 and 7, and I make them look in the mirror and hold his little shoulders. And we're both there, like, say, I'm beautiful. He's like, I'm beautiful. I'm like, say it, own it, know it. We're all so beautiful. You got it. So I make them do that now. So that's something
Yeah.
I learned as a teenager. And I would recommend it to people. I'm no expert, but you know what? Waking up, looking in that mirror, whether you look at it or not, doesn't matter. I got this. It's all about the positive energy that flows. My 7-year-old's like, he gets annoyed with me when I do, but I still make him do it when he smirks and I have to hold his face. Beautiful. But I think it's a good thing, positive affirmation, right?
Exactly. No, positive affirmation. I agree with that. I love how you do that with your kids, especially to have that moment with your mom where it's a fun moment. So that imprints it on their mind even more. So they may not know if it works,
Yeah.
but in time, they're going to remember that memory, which is like, yeah, you know what? That did at least start my day in the right way.
Yeah.
That
Absolutely.
positivity, that vibe, as you just described, that in itself it builds confidence.
Yeah.
So affirmations wholeheartedly, if someone's listening to this right now, if you can do affirmations, even I am statements, that's something as simple as saying it to yourself or taking pen to paper. An I
Ah,
am statement, I am confident.
I
I am
am.
worth it.
I can. Not
Mhm.
the old, remember the little engine that could, I think I can, I think I can't. No, you can.
Yeah.
You can.
Right?
Yep.
100%. That's exactly it. And that's something as simple as speaking it. And the beauty of that is everything starts as a thought, everything then goes into a word and then goes to an action. So if you think it, I am confident, I am
Hmm.
this, I am this. Sometimes people go into these I am statements and are like, well, that doesn't work. Well, all right, try it. And then you start changing your routine. And then your thoughts get a hold of that, your words start to get a hold of that. And then you might take a step into something different,
Hmm. Yep.
which is the
Because,
then action step, which comes back to you, which says, hey, you know what? I did that. It didn't go as bad as I thought it was going to go. It
yeah.
actually went pretty well.
Oh, it
Starts a
really
whole
is.
cycle. Mm,
Now, also, you mentioned in your notes about clearly confidence, you say is the number one factor, right? That really helps us grow in every area. So,
yep.
no matter what you're looking to improve, to work with a life coach, whether it's, getting a better job or even just learning a new skill, or even, people want to lose weight, people want to have more confidence. It's all about confidence. Think
Yeah.
about it. You're losing weight, you're quitting smoking, your
Yep.
brings upon confidence. And I
Yep.
wish I knew the exact definition of confidence. I could Google it, but what is confidence? Confidence is when you're, how would you describe it?
Confidence, I feel, after learning so much, I feel like the definition of it changes with everything that I study. But confidence to me is that inward perspective, confident in who you are. But that's why I say self-esteem just as much, because when your self-esteem is high, as the moment you do that with your kids in the morning, that's building their self-esteem. They might not look at it as confidence, but it's sparking positivity. But when you take it truly back to that, confidence is knowing who you are,
Hmm.
walking in that. And as connect to your points, Jill, whether it's weight loss, whether it's kicking smoking, whether it's trying to improve some area of your life or starting something for yourself, it comes back to that, who you
Yeah.
truly are. And when you take a step towards that, confidence in itself grows, but
Yeah.
self-esteem grows as much to where whatever the next step on the road holds, you can get through it because you got through everything up to this point now.
Got it.
Mm.
Perfectly said. Now, also, let's talk about everything that we do really is an aspect of self growth. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, of course. And growing your confidence, whether it's one area or the other, when you're taking a step for yourself in any need area or you're taking a step for a goal, you're trying to grow yourself in some way. I think we touched on that last week, where everything that we do is a form of personal development, right? If
Hmm.
we're trying to start a business, that is going, one, there's something in you that tells you can do it. That's, you can call it your higher self, intuition, you can call it God, Holy Spirit, whatever term someone wants to use right now. You can take a step for yourself because that's in you. But those steps are going to form your confidence to be able to see it through to the finish. And that's something that you see pop up with coaching a lot, because people are coming to us with a need area, or people come to our seminars because they have a goal, they have a dream or something that they're trying to overcome for that matter, and they need the tools to do it.
Yeah.
That's where a coach steps into play. But one thing that I always find out with my clients is you got to be able to see what the signs are telling you. And I'll give the example right now. One of my coaching clients, met with her the other day. She's starting her own business. She wants to become a coach and everything. So we're teaching her the process of doing that, which is phenomenal. And she brought to session the other day that she is struggling herself with confidence right now. She feels that she came out the gate, as we all do with our businesses or whatever we're trying to improve on. We come out the gate strong, and then the road keeps going, and then the road keeps going, and we don't really realize how long the road is. So we start to get tired. And to her, she's losing self-confidence because she didn't realize the steps would be like this.
Yeah.
And then in talking to her, all right, let me ask you this. How are your clients doing right now? Because she's got a couple under her belt and everything. She goes, it's funny. They keep bringing to me her clients are struggling with confidence too. And so she's now, as the coach, helping her clients with confidence. And I stopped her in a session. I'm like, what does that tell you? That your clients themselves are struggling with confidence. What's the sign that you're getting? And she goes, I don't know. And I said, if you can look at it where if your clients are telling you that they're struggling with confidence, and then you tell me you're struggling with confidence, the sign itself is, hey, this is the need area that you are now being put through to improve on. And the beauty of life is life will bring you through these experiences to train you, to refine you, trial, tribulation, the whole 9 yards, to help you become the person you're meant to be. So when we set the intention, as Jill, you and I talked about weeks ago, on setting the intention and meditation and everything, if you set the intention for yourself of, I want to be this, or I want to become confident, or I want to be a successful business owner, life then takes hold of that intention and then shifts you into a place where it's going to refine you to become that which you're seeking. And when my client, she grabbed totally, she's like, oh my goodness, I never realized that what I'm helping my clients with is exactly what I needed for myself. And that's how life works. Once you put it out
Wow.
there, life will bring it back to you. Yeah.
Wow. I believe in that. The full circle, the karma, the put it out there, the positive, the good. There's a lot to be said for that. And there's even like scientific studies about how that stuff works, right? And
Yeah.
it's true. Put it out there in the universe, need it, want it. No, you have it, right? You shouldn't say want, need. You could say need
Right.
it. What are the words? I'm messing it up.
I always like to tell people,
I
write
have
it,
it.
speak it as exactly, write it, speak it as if you have it right now.
Got it.
Because when we use the term want, we're saying we don't have it. So we're literally
Yes.
putting out that energy to the universe. that we either don't have it, so we're
Lack
going to
it
seek
now.
for exactly, right?
Got it.
Lack
Okay. Got it. Got it. Got
that,
it. Got it. Got it. I was
right?
trying to get my words out. Thank you.
Yeah.
Coaching examples of some of your clients. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Of course. So we just mentioned one, but there's another one I wanted to bring to you guys today. And I thought it was pretty cool because it's on the other aspect of what we do with Billy G Life Coaching, where we
Yeah.
do coaching, but we also speak in front of audiences, businesses, and seminars. And one of our clients right now, he's a speaker as well. And he's trying to get his feet wet out there. He's in his 50s, phenomenal guy. He's got such positive energy. And we're crafting this speaking thing for him. And we're helping him, seeing the steps he can take. So with the business side of this, he goes, Billy, I wanna teach people on confidence. Hence why today's the topic, because I thought it'd be perfect.
Yeah.
And he goes, Billy, I love teaching people on confidence, everything like that. And he's going over everything that he's bringing to the table for audiences. And he's explaining to me that he wants to help people see the habits and the routines to help building your confidence. And so, you ask the question, I think people listening to this will probably ask the question just as much. All right, who can I look up to that will leave behind that blueprint? And I'm in New England, so we got Tom Brady. Now he's in Tampa, but we had Tom Brady on the Patriots, and there's incredible people out there like Steve Jobs and whatnot. So all these great people and these people that are successful that left some behind are being brought to the table in this session. And I sat there, I go, all right, and I'm learning how all these people took steps to be confident, took a chance on themselves in entrepreneurship or football, whatever it is. And I go, but where are you? And he goes, well, what do you mean? I'm like, you're going to be speaking in front of these audiences, which is great. You earn the opportunity. But when are they getting something from you rather than you giving them something that someone else did? Because when you're a speaker and you step into the game, people want to see what you bring to the table. And if he's speaking on confidence, but there's a block there where he wasn't confident in his story, in himself, to step into that role and teach people what he's done and what his story means, that wasn't going to bring the success. And so we asked him the question, which I'm asking to everyone on this call or listening to this right now. When you can step into what happened to you, you can step into who you are, that breeds your confidence. And you no longer let that hold you down. And for our coaching client, he sat there, and for the next couple of sessions, he brought it back to me, Billy, when you asked me that question of where am I in the seminar, it floored me because I wasn't in there. He brought up, he was afraid to face the story that he's been living. It's in a way he's been, and I'm not gonna say running from it, but he hasn't been bringing it. But when we can embrace our experiences, when we can embrace what we've brought to the table and what has happened to us, as we've said in other podcasts, it builds you in such a way. But you got to take it back to yourself, hence the topic for today, where you can understand, why did this happen to me? Okay, it's guiding me somewhere. When I learn that lesson and step into it, I can then shine that and bring it to other people. You got to be able to embrace your story. That's confidence.
And you have it, the capital C.
Yeah,
Not
right?
everybody does. All right. So to be secure in who you are is confidence, but to be secure in who you are means you walk without insecurity. Can you explain that one? I get it, but okay.
Right? No, and so a lot of people today, that was a different thing I wanted to bring up today, is insecurity. And insecurity in itself tells you that you aren't secure in who you are. Hence the topic of bringing it back to yourself. But when self-esteem and confidence come into play, you got to realize that confidence in itself is telling you that you are secure in who you are. Hence, with our client, we brought him back to his own personal story, which can spark others. When you're able to take a step back, face your insecurity, and I like to use the phrase, when you face your insecurity, that's what we call maturity. And the deeper you go, maturity in itself means self-growth. So if you're then maturing in who you are, understanding the gifts, the skills, the strengths, everything you bring to the table, one, your confidence goes off the charts because you realize, oh my goodness, yeah, I bring so much. I can do this. I can come with that. I don't have to be limited by that. You're facing whatever insecurity is, whether it's anxiety, whether it's social struggles, whether it's love, whatever it is on the sun. When you face it and become secure in yourself, there is no more limitation. There's no more walls. Whatever is open to you.
Yeah.
Facing your insecurity and growing through it, for that matter.
Love it. Billy G Life Coaching. Just to point out again, your website, how do we contact you?
Yep, of course. Guys, you can find me at billygLifecoaching.com. As I said, there's information there, but you can set up a free strategy call right with me from that website. we can hop on. I'm in your corner right there. We can see if what we bring to the table works for you, helping you improve the mind, the body, and the soul. Whether you're coming in with a body goal, a soul goal, a mind goal, it's all individual, but we bring you the tools to help you do that. From there, you can find me on Instagram at Billy Giannouloudis. You'll see a bunch of posts on there, a bunch of motivation for your day for that matter. And then you can go to Once a Week with Billy G on YouTube. And every single Sunday for the past, I believe we're at 270 straight weeks, we have brought a message to help people spark their day, move forward into their week in confidence, but also in that positive mindset to make sure you're achieving every single moment this week.
Beautiful. And we're not done. I'm just reminding everyone who we're talking to. People tune in at different times. Billy G Life Coaching. We're talking about that self-esteem today, being confident, and sharing some of his client stories. What else do you want to share with our listeners now? There's so much to your work, what you do.
Yeah, we actually today, before we hopped on today, we signed the venue. So people are in the Massachusetts area. June 23rd, we are bringing a self-improvement seminar where we're speaking on confidence. We're going to have a couple speakers there, me and two other people, I believe, that we're teaching you all these tools, these strategies to spark you, to build that confidence. But more so than that, with the area that we work in, we're bringing all the tools to the table. There will be vendors there. There will be local businesses to make sure that everything under the sun for your self-improvement, for your personal development is there. So you come for the message, but you stay for the tools. You grab them, you learn, you improved yourself in every way possible. From there, you move forward into the second half of this year, and second half of this year is going to be very good after that. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. And I don't know, I just feel like spring is in the air no matter where you live. It's a positive time of year. Things are it's just something about spring and summer, which makes you want to strive and drive to be our best. And like we talked about the pandemic, making me more aware. And I think a lot of people like, now is the time, stop making excuses, right? Everyone make excuses sometimes.
Oh my goodness, right? I've definitely done that for sure, right? But we all do it. And I think what sparks me with that, where as much as we make excuses, I agree with you, spring is the time, spring is sprung. So that to me is that we have to spring just as much. It's time to take action. As I think we all at some point in the winter go through some aspect of a seasonal depression because the sun's no longer there. But at the same time, now that winter's gone and the cold weather is finally leaving, at least in my area, people might be listening to this where they still have the cold for that matter. But taking a step for yourself, everything right now with spring, it's moving in your direction. Take a step for it. Take a step into some area, improving yourself, and watch your confidence grows, right? As we're talking today. But that can only lead to self-growth, but that can only lead to the rest of this year being the best year for you. It's awesome.
Got it. And we're working on it, because now is the time. I'm feeling confident. I don't have a coach. You have a coach, right? Even coaches have coaches.
It's
Sometimes
not true.
moms don't, right? But were you always this positive? Could you talk about your work with Tony Robbins and where you kind of your own, your life in a sense?
Right? I feel like I've definitely always been this positive. I just feel like I've had my moments in life that truthfully, I've had moments that absolutely broke me to the ground. But I can now look back on those moments as positive as I am. In those darker moments, I can really realize that I was being broken so I can be remade into, oh my goodness, we're just moving forward. I had to learn all that through everything I went through, but I got trained under Tony Robbins, which was definitely a huge spark for me. Him and his team of therapists teaching me strategies and everything. And then once I finished under him, the gate was open to me where it's just, hey, run. And I just started learning and pursuing and helping people, speaking and trying to really bring this self-improvement, personal development to people. But after getting trained under Tony, I moved on to different mentors. Right now, I wouldn't say I have a specific coach, but I have mentors under here to help me for sure. That's why having someone in your corner, as we talked last week, having someone in your corner guiding you, helping someone that's already walked that path to help you prevent the pitfalls. That's why I love being a coach and love being a speaker, where if someone comes to me when they're struggling with something or trying to achieve or overcome something, and we can help you avoid the pitfalls, so you're living and enjoying your life more so now rather than waiting for it to come later. Why not? I think that's that's always on the table for people. That's why I love helping people so much. I got asked the other day by one of my clients who was trying to wrap her mind around the energy aspect and how you can keep your energy in such a positive place. When I sit there, you can tell it's related to the purpose and the passion, but when I'm helping someone, I could be exhausted the day, but when I hop into a session or hop into a seminar and speak or help someone or speak into someone's life, I am lit up to where I'm wired. I can't go to sleep because I love helping people so much, and then bringing them the knowledge that I might never talk to them again, but they are going to gain something from that and move forward. That to me helps me continue to move forward in that positivity.
Beautiful. And so does your phone go off at all times of night because people are texting you? Are you available that much for your clients?
Definitely. Tech support's always there, right?
Tech support, I like it. Yeah.
Tech support's always there. I always tell my clients when they sign on with me, hey, I'm in your corner 100%. If I can take a phone call outside of our sessions, wholeheartedly, I'm taking that phone call. If you need me, as long as I'm not passed out sleeping for that matter, or working with another client, I am there ready to help you through that text message. And that, I love it so much, offering that to people, because it's just so, one, obviously you're starting a journey when you sign with a coach where at the end of that, you're getting the self-improvement, the personal development that you're seeking. You're growing that in yourself.
Yeah.
But to have someone there, I don't know, like a Saturday or whatever, and I get a text message like, hey, Bill, I'm struggling with X, Y, and Z. This happened to me. Even if it's a text message and you're responding, they get so much out of it where it's like, okay, right back on path. You're moving forward into our next session for that matter. But that's the beauty of helping people. You're always in their corner, whether it's family, friends, client, whoever it is, a stranger, whoever it is under the sun, we're all here to help each other. That's the best part.
Thank you. And if we want to reach out to you, can you share the best form of contact, please?
Yep, of course, guys. As we said, BillyGLifeCoaching.com. You can find me on there. You can set up a free call with me. I'm going to be right there for you. Find me on Instagram at Billy Giannouloudis, or YouTube once a week with Billy G. Guys, there's so much out there for you to move forward, whether it's reaching out to me, whether it's just content you grab, take it, run with it. That's the goal.
We love it. We love it. We love it. Got to help someone, right?
Yeah.
And reach out, do something positive. I like the whole pay it forward thing too, which I know there's a national pay it forward day, but don't wait. And always hold the door for someone. That bothers me. Supermarket, walking into the pharmacy, hold the door, it makes someone stay. Pay it forward, right? Little kindness goes a long way.
100%, right? And then as you said, pay it forward. Someone's going to do it for you. You're putting it out there, right?
Yeah, exactly. All right, Billy G, thank you so much. A pleasure having you here as always. We appreciate you. And to all of our listeners, we appreciate you as well. Stay tuned. More of the show's on the way.
Are you looking for even more of the podcasts and hosts that you love? The Podcast Business News Network is proud to announce that you can now listen live on the MyTuner Radio and online Radio Box apps for iOS, Android, and the Amazon App Store. Or check us out online. Search for Business News Network on mytuner-radio.com, or search Podcast Business News Network on onlineradiobox.com/US so you don't miss a minute of the action.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house. And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned. This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.